Hello, this is the Elite Gamer here with my 7th movie review. And as it's December and Christmas time, I can't think of a better one, not just for adults which love a brilliant movie which reminds them unselfishly how tedious and exasperating it is to be a parent, and in the knowledge that if say they've raised a certain member of the family pretty much on their own, it's one of those movies that give them the lovely feeling to look back and think, no, I did the right thing. You know, I'm pleased how this person turned out, and I'm glad I did that. So, you know, it's Christmas time, or legitimately speaking winter time. So let's look into this little happy-go snowfest, which is Santa and the Three Bears. Santa and the Three Bears was a film made in 1970, and the film was about three bears called Nana, who was the mower, Chinook, and Nakomi, if I said the name right. Initially, just before we actually cut to the main characters, there's a lot going for this movie. A lot of things, considering this film, as I said, was made in 1970. From the lovely music that's playing to this very minute, to the lovely music now. I mean, with music like this, it's little no wonder this film was such a hit. Not just with children, but with adults as well. Now, just before I actually continue with this review, there's just a few things I would really love to cover, or comment on. First of all, the lady who did the voice of Nana on this film, I think you'll be very familiar with the voice. Jean Pyle, funny name for a woman. Anyway, yeah, you should be familiar with that voice because she'd later go on to play Wilma on the Flintstones. Anyway, but the second thing I want to comment on before I actually continue with this review is bit of a base libel, the name of this actual park where these bears live in this film. Now, do you know what this park's called? Yellowstone Park. I'm not even kidding. Yellowstone Park. I'm not angry, but I just find it kind of amusing. I mean, you know, Yellowstone, Jellystone, you know, does anybody think that people would just hear the name and think, yeah, you know, it's a joke on Jellystone, they just used a different name. Still, enough of that, moving on. Carrying on with the review now. Initially, the plot of this brilliant Christmas family film is that the mother Nana knows full well that it's the time of hibernation, when all bears sleep for approximately 4 months, if I got that number right. There's another thing parents or people who looked out for people from a young age to now, and even they look back on it fondly, can relate to, because every time their mother wants to get some sleep, the children keep waking her up. And we see some more realism later on in this review when Nana gets so fed up of it, she actually ends up getting really grumpy with them the more time she's woken up. Initially they end up visiting Mr. Ranger, who ends up sort of explaining and telling them a bit more about Christmas. for everything they find out, they end up waking their mother up, sort of asking her a bit more about the subject, which not their children's fault in this film. She knows little to nothing about. Eventually the time comes when Nana just slams her paw down, basically says to her children, right, her cubs, like, enough is enough. I'm not getting any younger. I need my sleep, and so do you two. They end up telling her what Mr. Ranger told them, and basically she just says, right, I've had enough of this. I'm gonna go out and find out all I can from the man who told you this, because I just want to get some shut eye, and this is driving me mad. Nana ends up going, seen eye to eye with Mr. Ranger, and tries talking to him about the situation, that she can't get any sleep, yada yada yada, and the children just won't let her get a wink of sleep at all. And it doesn't improve her temper one little bit when he turns around to her and basically implies that it's just an old superstition.
You mean it's not true? Have you been fibbing to my kid? Why, no, not exactly. I thought you bears would be hibernating. Now, how can I hibernate with two cubs all excited over a Santa Claus who isn't even...
She ends up venting out her verbal frustrations out on him, more out of fatigue than anything. And again, it's something I can slightly sympathise with, or more to the point, totally sympathise with, because it's I think it's an experience either a father or a mother or an auntie or even an uncle could have. You're watching over the children, they're sound asleep, you want to get your head down, they wake up, and you've got to redo A to Z all over again. I'm not saying that to be bitter, I'm just saying that I can relate to that in so many ways, although I'm not a father myself. Anyway, so after their chat, the Ranger says that he'll dress up as Santa, and so the cubs won't be disappointed. In the middle of the journey, Mr. Ranger ends up being stranded in the blizzard and is forced to take refuge in an old bus stop from winter visitors, I guess. The children end up getting a tad impatient, if you will, and their mother has no choice but to tell them the truth. That it wasn't the real McCoy coming to visit them, it was just Mr. Ranger dressed up as Santa. Obviously the children are discouraged. Because, it's normal for them to be discouraged. It brings more realism to this division of film. After a while, they end up settling down for the night. With their mother looking technically relieved, but with the children looking a bit not happy that they were conned or duped into thinking that this person existed when he didn't. No sooner have all three of them got their heads down for the night, for the duration of winter time, when they have an unexpected visitor. But the children are still pretty much discouraged because they just think it's Mr. Ranger dressed up as Santa. But little do they realise this is the real McCoy. The real one. Because if he wasn't the real one, would he be able to do this?
Just wanted you to have a nice Christmas, kid. This is the...
Eventually, Mr. Ranger ends up getting there and finds out that, realises, puts two and two together, the real Santa beat him to it.
I suppose there must be...
The children end up being pleased beyond recognition, beyond words.
What's that? It could be...
Here's Santa saying his traditional little monologue, and they all come to the front of the cave to look skyward to see, yep, reindeers are coming. But as I said before, there's many things I find very endearing about this film. That it appeals to sort of parents because you don't just see the aggro and occasionally the stress they go through in a good way. When they want to get a bit of shut-eye sometimes. You actually see the love behind it. Even if it's a person that you've looked out for since you were younger, you know. It's a brilliant film, and you know, I recommend this to anyone who either loves working with children or is an uncle or an auntie and just loves their offspring, or mother and father and just loves their offspring to bits. So that was my final word on Santa and the Three Bears. I will give this film a stunning 10 out of 10. So in a nutshell, that was my thoughts on Santa and the Three Bears. I hope you enjoyed my review of this 1970s marvellous masterpiece of a Christmas film. So, until my next movie review in addition to video games, this will be the Elite Gamer saying thanks for watching. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for 2013. Thank you.